everyone, and welcome to Listeners Beware, a podcast about all things Goosebumps. My name is Gary.
And I'm Ashley.
And today we're talking about book number 30.
It Came from Beneath the Sink. This book was originally released in April of 1995. This was a bit of a shorty, only 112 pages, so a quick read. Gary, would you like to give us that wonderful synopsis you do so well?
I would love to, because their luck's about to go down the drain. Kat and her brother Daniel are so lucky. They just moved to a new house with tons of rooms, 2 balconies, and a lawn the size of a football field. But all that good luck is about to run out, because there's something really evil living in their new house. Something that's moving, watching, waiting. Something that comes from beneath the sink.
So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed this one.
I did too. I'm so glad.
Yay! We're back on track.
Yes. It took long enough, but yeah, this felt like a return to form.
Yeah, and in theory, it's like should be, in theory, the lamest, right? It is a sponge,
Yeah.
a bad luck sponge that is just laughing.
Yeah.
It laughs at everyone's bad luck. And it just, the irony that a sponge is causing bad luck, right? Because you soak in, pun intended, the bad luck. But I loved it.
I know. Yeah, I was thinking the whole time I was reading this, I was like, wait, why is this good? And maybe my expectations were lower than usual. I don't know, but like, I think it was still really good regardless.
No, I think the expectations are appropriately so. I think we're coming into some of these a little bit expecting the worst at this point.
Yeah.
So yes, when we're pleasantly surprised, I'm sure that, it hits a little more fun than it maybe would if we read it as a standalone without reading the other books so close.
Yeah.
However, I think that even so, it would still be fun. It's a return to form in horror, like the true horror that you get with Goosebumps. I mean, this idea that you have Katrina Cat Merton, little kitty cat.
Yeah.
We're back to a female protagonist. I love it. She's, I think, like 12 or something. And she is bound to this thing, right? And I'm going to skip ahead a little, but this idea that she's got this sponge that is now connected to her. And if she tries to get rid of it within 24 hours, she dies. That's horror.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care how old you are. That is horror. Like, as an adult, if it's like, hey, you got this haunted object from a store and you're going to die within 24 hours, like, that is classic horror.
Yes.
I love it.
I do too. I was so surprised and pleased. And I find it weird that I think the female protagonist books are the best. So it seems like RL almost writes better as a young girl than as a young boy.
I think it pulls him out of his comfort zone.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because as a boy, I feel like he defaults to what would an annoying boy be like. Whereas when he has to write from a female perspective, I feel like he actually is forcing himself to truly step outside of himself and get that perspective, right? To put that hat on. I feel like it tests him enough as a writer, or gives him enough of that challenge, so he actually has to put a bit more effort into it.
That makes sense. I've never thought about it like that.
Or he just does, better internally as a 12-year-old girl.
Maybe so.
Either way, I agree with you. He does write better arcs, in my opinion, when it's a female protagonist.
Yeah. And I mean, we have the standard fare with this one. We have a mom, a dad, a dog, a brother, a sister, and some other kids. And there's bullies, but briefly.
Well, we see less bullies when he has a female protagonist. I've noticed that. He doesn't pick on the girls as much, which I don't know if that's because he is so violent with his bullies. His bullies beat up like the characters to a pulp when they're boys.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like, I don't want to show violence towards girls, but I do notice there is a lot less bullying when it comes to his books that contain a female protagonist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So They find a sponge. Well, they move into this new house, right? And it's got multiple stories. There's a balcony. Kat's very excited because she gets her own personal balcony. Of course, we have an annoying little brother, Daniel. And then you have the dog, token dog. And this one's name is Killer. And I love that she even comments as a character on the cliche nature of naming a dog Killer, especially one that's scared of everything. But that's how it was in the 90s. Nicknames and dog names were the opposite of what the character, person, or item usually was. The nicknames for people were often like tiny for a tall person or
Yeah.
otherwise for short people. So it makes
The
sense.
irony of the 90s was strong.
We had very strong irony. I could totally relate to this book to an extent, to moving into a house you're very excited for.
Yeah.
Like you're moving on up and having just pure terror and horror. I was 10
Yeah.
and I moved into a house that was like, oh my gosh, we all get our own bedrooms and it's like 2 levels versus 1, which is a big deal in Texas because usually it's all ranch style.
Right.
And it's haunted as fuck.
Of
We
course.
learned that later.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is why we can't have nice things. I still have nightmares as an adult about that house.
Wow.
What does that tell you?
That's wild.
I know. So, moving to this house, they have to clean. Daniel does the annoying brother thing, pranks Kat, but in all of this chaos ensuing of moving, which we've all been there, right? The chaos of moving.
Oh, yeah.
Kat's cleaning the kitchen and finds this creepy monster sponge under the sink.
Killer's losing his mind at it.
Yeah, which is very ghost-like, right?
Mhm.
I know this is not a ghost, but the idea that animals sense things that humans don't. So Killer, who's normally this like weenie little dog, is growling at the sink and he won't leave the sink alone. And they're just like, what is happening? And
Yeah.
she finds this nasty old sponge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a through line in a lot of RL's books. I mean, we saw it in Ghost Beach. We saw it in, I mean, almost every time there's an animal involved, they're smarter than the people in the book.
Typically.
Yeah. Probably also
So
true
it
of real
goes.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it is, a good parallel for what we see in the real world when people talk about the paranormal and presences. They do talk about animals sense it way more than people do. And so, note to self, if your dog is growling at something that isn't visibly there, like maybe just leave it alone.
Yeah. Yeah, or move.
I am curious what the attachment is. Like, what are the rules of engagement for the sponge, which we learn later is called a gruel, which,
Yeah.
by the way, just reminds me of Mean Girls when she's like, gruel. I meant to say great and cool, and it just happened at once. And he's like, okay, gruel. But, anyways, Kat finds the gruel, and I am still trying to figure out what the rules of engagement are because the gruel is under the sink.
Yes.
And so it attaches to Kat, which is why the bad luck is suddenly surrounding her and the people she comes in contact with. And if she gives it away, she'll die within 24 hours. But is it really that easy? Like the next person that finds the gruel, like you just have to be the next person that touches it. It's yours.
Yeah, I mean that's what he kind of gave us as hints. I have to assume that the people who previously lived in the house died via gruel. Maybe they lost it under the sink and that
Someone died.
separation. Yeah. Which would explain why they had to really, clean the house when they move in too. But
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, she finds it because Killer, smells it and is growling at it, and she inspects it, and then she realizes it's moving, throws it back, and then Daniel starts fighting her for it, and he's like, it's mine, and she's like, no, it's mine. And so in theory, it could be either one, maybe,
mm,
but I really think maybe it's because she's the first one that grabbed it. And
right.
does it only apply to people? Because
Ooh,
Killer was technically the one that
that
uncovered it.
that is true. I guess it could only attach to people because animals are more pure-hearted, right? Like if it thrives off negative energy, animals don't give a lot of that typically.
And that makes sense in the world of like horror, right? We see that in movies, bad luck, possession, all that kind of stuff. It usually attaches to people, not pets.
Yeah,
So, and vampires usually attack people and not pets,
that's
unless
true.
it's Twilight, but we don't count that. But just say,
Yeah.
like in theory, pets, animals are usually given the hall pass of not being part of the you can be haunted, possessed, maimed, killed, all that jazz.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm
Unless it's The Conjuring. Did they kill the dog at the beginning of The
Oh,
Conjuring?
I think
Like
they
whatever
did.
that witch monster thing was.
Yeah. That wasn't
Poor
cool.
dog. I know. Poor little doggy's like, I don't want to go inside. And the dog refused to go inside.
Mhm.
And it's like, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
You're moving into a brand new house and your dog refuses to come inside and it's growling and you're trying to drag it and it's like, no.
Mhm.
And it stays outside and just stays barking at the house. Like,
Yep.
maybe that's not the house for you.
I mean, now anytime I buy a new house, I want to make like I want to borrow a dog and just have it walk around like a police dog inspecting a car. Does it
Yeah,
hit?
because at that point, they like already put the money into the house in the Conjuring movie.
Yeah.
Like they bought it, they put all their savings into it. It's like, well, you signed the paper, it's
Yep.
yours for better or worse. And you have nowhere else to go.
Yep.
And yeah, good point. Like, guys, when you are going to buy a house and you're going through the walkthrough, take a fucking pet
Yeah.
just in case.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe don't take a cat because they see things we don't see that aren't necessarily evil. They're just insane.
They're just assholes. Cats are just assholes. And they may not warn you.
Yeah. They're like, well, I could live with this, I guess. If
They're
the ghost
like, "I
feeds
want
me,
this
I'm
for-"
good.
Well, they're like, yeah, you can haunt her ass. I don't like her anyways. But like dogs, you're like, no, that's my best friend. You stay away. That just reminds me of Good Boy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if people listen to their pets, they'd probably be a lot less haunted poltergeist stories. Probably
That's-
not. People would still buy it. They'd be like, you know what? The rent's cheaper. I'll take it. Like, sure. You ghost, you stay in that room. You pay rent for that room. We're
Mhm.
solid.
Hey, that would be great. That would be
Right?
great.
If ghosts paid rent. I have 4 roommates. You can't see any of them.
They're typically pretty quiet.
Typically. Sometimes they throw shit around, but
Yeah.
don't worry. It's just a passing tantrum. They run out of energy. They have to build it back up. It'll go another month.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Every once in a while, the walls shake. Nothing suspicious.
Might be the dumpster truck up the street. Might be the ghosts. Either way, don't worry about it. It's
Yeah.
all good.
It passes.
It's a passing thing. It's just a moment in time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't be
man.
a chicken.
Right? But yeah, so we have the sponge. They fight over it. Ultimately, Cat gets the sponge. And it's funny because the bad luck starts immediately. And at first I thought Daniel was playing, like,
Yeah.
not playing, but like throwing her under the bus for something that didn't actually happen when he hits his head and he's like screaming. I'm like, oh man, he's just trying to get her in trouble because he didn't get the sponge. And then you realize after dad falls down the ladder that, like, oh, Daniel probably did get pushed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he thought it was Cat because dad got pushed and thought it was Cat and fell off the ladder. And it's like, okay, Daniel, you weren't being a complete jerk.
But also, what an insane jump for mom and dad to make. Oh, she's never shown any violent tendencies before, but sure, she pushed him off the top of the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it would be like, holy cow, because he did feel like someone pushed him. So it'd be like, oh my gosh, what the hell just happened? Did you push me?
Yeah.
Versus like, she pushed me.
Mm-hmm. What the hell, bro?
Yeah, like, have questions, follow-up questions, like you said, because this isn't a child that has shown violent tendencies and
Yeah.
suddenly this happens and she's happy about moving into this house. So
Right.
it's not like she's in a bad mood. It's like, ask questions, follow-up questions, because I mean, if it was just me and my daughter was right next to me and I felt someone push me off the ladder, I would assume, okay, she did something, but I'd be like, why? What? Explain.
Mm-hmm.
Versus she pushed me.
Yeah.
Wicked child.
Wicked. Yeah, I that's strange behavior, but the parents don't usually act logically in our world, so that's fine.
Or maybe, origin story, maybe she is prone to violent behavior and they
Oh,
just didn't disclose it,
interesting.
right?
Cat, you little devil.
Killer cat.
Killer cat.
So he's just like, we've seen this before. We thought we had put it behind us, but here she is pushing people off ladders. And oh, well, here we go. Oh, yeah. Bad luck follows, and they don't put two and two together right away, which I wouldn't. I wouldn't be like, oh, I found a sponge. That's the source of it all.
Yeah.
It would be awkward and it'd be like, that's weird. All this stuff is happening, but I don't understand what. Now, granted, that sponge is breathing and pulsing, so I might be a little bit more prone to like, weird shit's starting to happen, and there's this breathing, wheezy little monster thing. Like,
Yeah.
are they connected?
I mean, yeah, the kids put it together pretty quick. As an adult, when I move into a new house and anything weird happens, I assume it's something supernatural. It's like I hear weird noises. I'm like, okay, mistake.
Ghost.
Time to move.
Leave the pipes alone. Like, the time to move. Gotta go.
When we moved into this house, like every little sound, I'm like, was that a ghost though? It wasn't.
But it was a ghost. It wasn't. Are you sure?
Just the house popping. I hope. I think. Long story short, I'm terrified all the time.
Aw, don't be scared. They just want to be your friend
Casper?
and share your body.
Oh. Well.
Well, you're like, no, I'm more terrified. Yeah, no.
This old thing?
This whole thing? Why?
You sure about that?
You don't want the same aches and pains I have. Pick a more fit one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My knees snap, crackle, and pop. You don't want this.
You can hear me coming up the stairs every time.
Yeah.
Like, I see a jogger. I'm like, go haunt them.
Right? They're healthy. I hear no popping. Go haunt them. They can get away. They can take you further. I'm just going up the stairs. They can take you up the street and around the block. They could get you at least 5 miles away from here.
It's true. See something new.
Yeah.
It's a big world out there.
It's a mighty big world, which I still don't believe that ghosts are bound by make-believe boundaries.
No.
Oh, well, the property line ends here, so I guess I can't go over there.
Darn it.
Well,
yeah.
But I don't buy that. I don't think ghosts are abiding by make-believe map lines.
Right. I know. I don't even technically know where my property line is, but I know it because that's where the ghosts stop.
Bound by topography. That's all I gotta say. I'm not seeing it. I don't align with that.
Yep.
It's just like, well, this house is haunted and the ghost can't leave the front porch. And it's like, they left their physical body, but they can't leave a porch.
Right.
All right. Yeah, sure. Let's roll with that.
Yeah. Why not? I buy it.
Yeah. Buy haunted houses. So, oh my gosh. So I love that, Kat's pretty savvy and she decides, I got to figure out what the sponge is.
Yeah.
And she takes it to school to her science teacher. And, of course, this thing is sentient. So it's like, yeah, this adult might actually believe. So let's just play dead. And like this sponge literally plays dead.
Yeah. So bizarre.
But her brother's the one that finds the book, which I would love to find a book called Encyclopedia of the Weird. I would go all in on that book. But he finds this book that happens to be in the library. What are the odds it's in the school library?
Slim to none, but I guess I can disbelieve enough to allow it.
Figures out this thing is called a gruel and that it thrives on bad luck. That's how it survives. It eats, consumes the bad luck.
Yeah.
It soaks it in. But of course, there's also a reference to a potato vampire creature called the lynx, which to me I'm like foreshadowing and is more dangerous. And Cat's like, that is such nonsense. And it's like, girl,
Yeah.
you were trying to convince your science teacher that the sponge is alive, and you really think this is nonsense?
Pick your battles, Cat. Yeah.
Cat, this sponge is laughing and breathing.
But
Are we really gonna be like, that's not real?
you know what? I don't like that name. I'm not going to go for that.
Encyclopedia of the Weird, that's just too weird. But this
Yeah.
breathing sponge, I mean, just right.
Mm-hmm. You lost me at Vampire Potato. I was fully on board.
Until Vampire Potato.
Yeah. Negative energy sponge, but Vampire Potato, bridge too far.
Yeah, the cousin of the gruel is just a little too far.
Yeah.
The fact that they're related.
Mm-hmm. Because sponges and potatoes are so similar.
I mean,
Well,
they're both porous.
they are. That's true.
Huh.
But so are we.
Are you a gruel?
Could be.
Gary the Gruel.
Gary the Gruel. Grueling.
Yeah, grueling. So we learn more bad luck is happening as the longer Cat stays in possession of the gruel, which she has no choice. She's going to die if she gets rid of it. And they get home and mom has to break the bad news that Killer's taken off. So, the gruel has gotten rid of the dog. It's like, look, I can't handle this thing growling at me all the time.
Yeah.
Dog's got to go. So at least Killer didn't die. Like the
Yes.
gruel could have killed the dog. It's injuring Dad, injuring Daniel. It just caused Killer to run off. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Small win. Cat's got a birthday coming up, and they're going to go to a water park. Everyone's exciting, but of course, the gruel strikes again, and the party has to be canceled because of crazy rainstorm. Which, actually, let's think about that.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. That's a pretty powerful influence. It's one thing to, like, push someone off a ladder. It's another thing to influence the entire fucking weather system.
Right. Unless this was actually just bad luck and the gruel had nothing to do with it. But boy, oh boy, did it thrive off of it.
It sure did. It's like, man, how lucky for me. We're eating good today. Birthday's canceled.
Everyone's sad.
Everyone's sad.
I've never felt more
Nobody
alive.
gets anything good. I've never felt more alive. Misery does love company.
That's true.
But yeah, so she's like, I've had it. You canceled my party. I'm pissed. So she plants the gruel into the backyard. She buries it in the backyard. And I love it because the gruel's like, I won't be having any of that, and kills all the grass and kills all the flowers. It's like, all right, I got something for your ass.
Mhm.
Again, that's quite an influence. It's killing all of these creatures, all
Yeah.
these living things, plants and flowers and grass.
Which does lend some credence to the controlling the weather element. So clearly this thing is all powerful in every way.
This little sponge is pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
And it's almost like an extended warning because it's like, look, I could easily kill this entire backyard. Guess what's coming for you, Cat?
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna suck.
This is going to suck really hard. And now the question is, how's it going to kill you?
Right. Ooh.
Yeah. And clearly, it's capable of disasters, natural and otherwise. I mean, Carlo has a crazy bike accident when he takes the gruel. I think Kat also gets into a crazy bike accident, actually multiple ones. She almost gets hit by a car and goes over the curb
Yeah. Yeah.
and shreds her tire. Like, this thing is no joke.
Mm-hmm. And a tree branch almost falls on her,
Yeah.
which that felt a little weird. But I guess if it can control the weather, it can control when a limb breaks. I don't know.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's trying to break all limbs, trees and hers.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more doesn't happen to Daniel since he's so close to trying to help her figure out what it is and how to get rid of it. I'm like, this thing is pretty sentient.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to know that Daniel's feeding her all of this information. And he actually got away with quite a bit. Like, it just hit his head once.
Yeah.
And after that, it pretty much left him alone.
Yeah. Which to me, I guess the fact that it's trying to harm its host is a little weird. If I want to get technical, because it's like you need her to survive, right? You need her negative energy, or will it just attach to Daniel once she's dead? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's kind of like Pennywise.
Mm,
The bigger the fear, the harder the hit, the bigger the, consumption. So having her in her most afraid state is going to be a bigger source,
yeah.
right? For its food of whatever bump or hit it's taking every time bad luck
Mm,
happens. Because I imagine it's not just the like act of the bad luck; it's the intense negative energy that comes with that.
yeah, that's true.
And so I'm thinking the more intense it is, the bigger the draw is for the ghouls. So I think that maybe it just goes in intensity. It increases, right? The bad luck until the host dies, and then it's like on to the next. Just in theory.
No, I like that theory. I think it makes sense. It's slowly draining her life force by amping up the pain.
Well, and if you notice, the more intense the bad luck and the bad incidents that are occurring, the more excited it gets. It actually starts physically changing color. I think
Yeah.
when she cuts herself, it actually turns bright red
Yep.
and it oscillates in colors the more exasperated and frustrated and helpless she feels. So it's definitely connected to her life force and her energy. And the more intense her negative feelings are, her fear, her sadness, her everything involved with that, the more visceral its reactions get, right? Like
Right.
it changes colors, it plumps up, it's a nasty little
It
beast,
is.
which I
Yeah.
like it.
I
Like
know
that's
it's
fun.
it
That's
is
like a
really
really
fun.
good horror creature.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Pennywise in a sponge form.
No, I hadn't even thought about Pennywise, but that is such a great comparison.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It does. It's like Pennywise, but for kids.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, kids can't read it, but
Hmm.
they can read Goosebumps, and it does feel like that because Pennywise, although Pennywise does feed on the fear of multiple children and increases that fear, right? Because the bigger the fear, the more it can consume that, and sustainable energy gets kind of poached off of them. It
Yeah.
gets absorbed.
Yeah.
The sponge. Um, but it does he once Pennywise latches onto a set group, he sticks with that group, and the
Hmm.
fear increases, and the intensity of the episodes increase, right?
Yeah.
And ultimately until they're dead, like, he wants them to all float down here, and I feel like the Gruel is very similar. It's latched onto Cat, but it's not just Cat that it feeds on, right? It's harming Carlo, it's harming Daniel, it's harming the teacher, the dad, like, it's feeding on the general negativity created by the bad luck, but it specifically seems to get a higher absorption from Cat when those things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It is very much it for babies.
It for babies,
Sting's
Pennywise
it.
Jr.
Pennywise the sponge.
Right? Pennywise a sponge.
Which,
But yeah, I don't know. That's my kind of take on it. And so I think her dying wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing because I think that would be the ultimate kind of absorption,
mm, yeah.
that moment of intense fear building up right before death.
Right.
And so it would be that ultimate absorption to carry it over until the next person comes along and then we start again.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
But you know what I love about this? This is the first book that we've had where the siblings genuinely care about each other.
Hmm.
This to me was the best representation of what most sibling relationships are. They troll each other, they prank each other, they get into fights, but they ultimately care about each other.
Yeah.
Because Daniel, once he discovers the Encyclopedia of the Weird and that Kat's life is on the line with this girl, he is really protective of her and he gets frustrated and freaks out. He's ready to cry
Hmm.
and like he's very protective of Kat. We can't have you die, Kat. You know what this means. And he really does go out of his way to try and help her figure out how to stay alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like he's more concerned about it than she is.
Absolutely. He is such a well-developed character, which is something we don't often get with the siblings, because like the jealousy that he feels at the beginning of the book is very true and very
Mm.
accurate. And like it's not an over-the-top jealousy or an over-the-top response like we so often get from RL siblings. This is real stuff, and I think that's what makes this book elevate to the next level.
Yes, it is so real. And like you said, it's absolutely his reactions and interactions with her are genuine to what you would see with siblings, the jealousy, but still ultimately caring. The please let me go to your birthday. I promise I won't bother you and your friends.
Yeah.
And not being annoying, but just please, I
Hmm.
want to go there.
Yeah.
I won't be a pest. And ultimately him going out of his way time and time again to try and save her
Hmm.
because he doesn't want her to die, because as annoying as their relationship can be, at the base of it all, he still loves her, like, that's
Yeah.
still his sister.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's excellent.
There was a loop we got into with these books where the kids were so unlikable. The characters and the relationships were just too over the top.
Hmm.
And this is one of those where I feel like it's a breath of fresh air after like a series of those
Yeah.
where the kids are likable, they are relatable, and the characters aren't so over the top that you don't like them.
Hmm. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is the name Carlo.
I know I keep calling him Carlos.
I
That is
know.
not his name. Carlo. What?
It
I
doesn't
know.
it doesn't read well. Every time I would read his name, I would change it in my brain to Carlos, and then I would have to be like, no, it's Carlo, and I would like get hung up on it almost every time it came up in the book. And I was like, let's just add an S mentally every time and go with that. Which, if there's anyone named Carlo listening, I apologize. I've just personally never heard that name in real life.
I mean, it's a type of submachine gun.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
It was also the name of the author who wrote The Adventures of Pinocchio, so
Oh, interesting.
yeah, the more you know.
We just got an educational sticker. Bing.
I still don't like it,
No.
but, like, the more you know.
Yeah. An old their friend submachine gun.
Good old Pinocchio submachine. Yeah, it's and even him, like, he stole the gruel to go show it off and then take it home to look at it, but even in that, he wasn't unlikable, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was like, "Okay, I took it. I was naughty. I'm sorry."
Hmm.
And he ultimately paid for it. He got in a pretty nasty bike accident, he wasn't moving, I believe,
Yeah.
and they had to check on him, make sure he was okay, and then he tried to help them find it. So, like, even he wasn't over the top. It's like, okay, he was tempted to do something naughty and take it because he didn't believe it. That was the thing, is he genuinely didn't believe this thing would kill Cat if it was gone,
Yeah.
right? He was
Yeah.
just curious, and curiosity almost killed Carlo.
Curiosity almost killed the cat too.
I I thought that was interesting. The playground scene was a little awkward. I
Yeah.
thought that was a little weird. It didn't, it almost felt like it didn't fit in.
Hmm. Yeah, like maybe there was additional stuff written involving those two bully characters, but it got cut. I don't know. I could have done without that scene too, though.
It was just like, "Oh, he's kinda cute. Oh, they're playing keep away."
Yeah.
And I think also what didn't make sense to it was they're playing keep away, and then the guy gets hit in the head who's got it in his pocket, and the friend snatches it off the ground
And then
before Cat can get it, throws it in the air, grabs it, and then is like, "Fine, take it," and gives it to her, and it's like, that was just weird. Because if you think it's a jinx, why would
yeah.
you throw it in there to play keep away and then like, "Ha, ha, oh, wait, here, take it." Like, that felt just
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah. I didn't understand that part. It's funny because of how frequently we've been let down recently with books. I kept having like a moment of like, "Oh, this is where it's going to go to crap." There were
And
several
then it
times
didn't.
throughout the book I'm like, "Oh, this is where it gets bad." But yeah, it didn't.
I like the scene where she goes into the sewer and she thinks it's a girl, but it's actually like a bunch of rats. It was very love note to the one where those 2 kids go with Tower of Terror
Oh
Terror
yeah.
Tower.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. Terror Tower,
Whatever.
Terror Tower. I don't know. Whatever that was, I still don't got it. But when the twins are in the running
Hmm.
from the executioner and the rats overrun them, and then it's like freak out moment. To
Yeah.
me, it wasn't like a copy of it, like, oh, I'm reusing a scene. It was just like a little bitty love note.
Yeah.
Oh, the rats are back and it's terrifying. And,
I
Pennywise,
know.
she's in the sewer.
I was just thinking, she's Georgie.
Georgie, no. So yeah, I thought that was fun to take her into the sewer to try and find it because it did considering how much it felt almost like a Pennywise character, having them go into the sewer, I was like, "Ah, I love this."
I know.
"We all float down here, cat. Yes, we do."
Yeah, yeah. It was so like the tension was so good in that sequence. I took a pause as I was reading and I thought, wow. And it's not often I do that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it was well-written scene.
Hmm.
I really actually enjoyed it. Her going in there, not being able to see, so she's like, "I'm gonna count my footsteps." She almost loses count because of the rats
Yeah.
and, or what would assume a rat. She doesn't quite know what was down there,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it was just fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun scene.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed they didn't put that into the TV episode, but I imagine that's a little harder budget-wise and filming-wise to get a hold of a sewer and
Yeah.
do that kind of filming, but it was fun.
Right. Right. Or just, I
Yeah.
mean, they could have done the scene, just have it be all dark and
Yeah,
sound effects for a sewer, water dripping and
for sure.
weird
Look at
squeaking
you.
noises.
You're like, "I've got
Oh,
solutions,
you didn't know I'm
okay?"
a set designer on the side?
I love it. No, do it. Location scout? Who
That's it.
needs that? We've got Gary. He's a genius.
Wow, thank you.
You're
I've been
welcome.
waiting for someone to recognize it for decades.
Just decades.
Decades.
So I love that even though she knows violence and all of that stuff isn't going to be the solution, her emotions get the best of her. And she's like, I'm going to put this thing in the garbage disposal and I'm going to not only annihilate it with the disposal, but I'm going to put really hot water on it too because I'm going to burn that shit. I'm going to shred that shit. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then she thinks that it worked. And then Daniel's like, "Oh no, the sink's overflowing." As
Yep.
a parent and a homeowner, that stressed me out reading the water was
Mhm.
overflowing. I'm like, "No, not the floors."
Yeah. Ooh, scary stuff. That's the true horror.
Right. These bad kids, the bad luck would be mom coming in and seeing water all over the floor and being like, "What the hell are y'all doing?" I'd be like, "Really, mom? Now you decide to be a part of the story?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't even look in the backyard.
I know. I was hoping dad would find it because they were like, he's the one with the green thumb and he could
Yeah.
bring any plant to life. And he was like, he loved the garden so much. And then all that's dead. And I'm like, are we going to get a scene where dad pops off?
Where pop pops off. I thought that it
Pop,
was.
pop, pop. Now
I,
we know where Pop Pop came from.
that's it. I thought it was setting up for that too, and almost to the point where I'm like, oh, is this another omitted sequence? Kind of like other stuff with the bullies or whatever. But this is a rare one where I'm actually like, give me more.
I would have liked to have had, yeah, I agree with you. I would have loved to have had the expansion of like, what did dad do?
Hmm.
Because he had to have seen it. She was sneaking back in the house before they found her so that she wouldn't be blamed. She hit her knee going up the stairs and then off into her room, but she didn't get caught, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, at some point, dad and mom had to see the backyard,
Right.
right? I mean, that like almost a whole day goes by
Hmm.
where ample opportunity, especially if dad is in love with gardening as much as he is, wouldn't it make sense that he would check on his plants?
Yeah, you would think. I don't
Maybe
know.
not.
There's so many Goosebumps books where I'm left asking, but did we need that scene? And this is one where I'm like, oh, we needed that scene.
I wanted that scene. I
Yeah.
wanted dad to pop off. I wanted Pop to pop off.
Yeah.
So,
Cat, you
yeah.
little shit.
Who did it? Who did this? Although, how could he blame them? I'm sure Goosebumps parents they would find a way.
True.
But how could you blame for the whole backyard being dead overnight, especially like all brown, all the plants dead? It's like, there would be so many questions,
Yeah.
right? Of like, how the fuck did this happen?
Exactly.
You can't really blame a kid for that. Like, that
No.
takes time. Anybody that's done gardening or planting to kill off a yard, it's
Mhm.
doable, but it takes time.
Yeah. Yeah. Or yeah, just an insanely brown thumb, in that sense.
Womp womp.
Unless, like, yeah, you set fire to the backyard somehow. That would be,
But she said they just drooped and the
yeah,
grass was brown. So, like,
yeah, that's not
I
fire.
don't know. Yeah, no.
It's
I
not.
don't know. I wanted the scene, but
Hmm.
again, I would love to see where the parents' logic went
Yeah.
of how the hell that happened. Pop needed to pop off.
Damn it, Pop.
But, she figures out because they reread the passage about what can kill a gruel, and it's like not violence, not aggression or whatever. And it's like, aha, light bulb
Yeah.
clicks. Reading between the lines, Cat figures out kindness.
Hmm.
Kill him with kindness. Ha ha ha. So she sings to it, she hugs it, she rocks it, she kisses it, and it poofs. It
Yep.
just dies into a poof.
A poof.
A poof. Just explodes into little. All I pictured when I read that scene is like daffodils when you blow
Yes.
on them.
Yep.
Off it goes. Just a poof.
Yep. I just pictured all
Poof
the
of-
characters in the Marvel universe turning to
Oh my god.
daffodils.
The snap.
Yeah. I don't feel so good, Miss Cat.
So she sings this thing to a daffodil poof, and Killer returns. The yard comes back to life. Everything is well again. They go out for ice cream. Yay. She even treats them. She treats
Yeah.
everybody to ice cream, all the kids.
Big baller
Very
cat.
nice of her. Yeah, baller cat. $12. $12 she got for her birthday.
I wish I had that.
Right? I wish ice cream were only $12.
Yeah.
$12 for one.
I know.
One scoop. But everything's well, and then Killer comes in and she's like, what you got there, fella? Because she hasn't learned her lesson. I think this dog is the bad luck, honestly.
Could be.
I think the dog is the issue.
Yeah.
He knows these things can't attach to him, so he's like, hey, cat, I
Check
got
this out.
something for you. I think Killer doesn't like Cat. So he brings to her something. She realizes it's this hard rock-like thing, picks it up, and she's like, oh shit, it's a potato with fangs. Wah, wah.
The end.
The end. And what's funny is it bites her. So
Yep.
this thing is legit attached to her.
Mm-hmm. Well,
He's like, I saw what you did to my cousin.
Isn't it stated somewhere though that the bite essentially kills the host? So I thought that was said somewhere, but I could be misremembering. Maybe it was said in the TV episode, which, those rules are different than book rules.
Yeah, I don't recall it. I know it was more like evil, but I
Yeah.
don't recall if it was killer.
If
Like the bite was.
if that is the case, then this is a pretty dark ending.
Bye, cat.
Bye, kitty cat.
But I think that it's kind of funny because Lynx is like, you killed my cousin, now I got you.
Yeah,
But that's what family does. Family sticks together.
that's true. Lilo and Stitch.
I heard what Dom Toretto said. Toretto?
Yeah.
Look, this is Fast and the Furious. Family.
I got family.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. And so does Cat, apparently. So what'd you think about the TV episode?
It was different. Like, this was one of those where they sort of changed the ending.
Sort of. They deviated everything.
Yeah, they deviated everything. I don't know why I said sort of. I don't like the TV show as much as the book, obviously. The way that they changed it was a little too silly for me.
I honestly didn't like it. I think they changed everything that was kind of true
Yeah.
to the book. The kids were happy and excited to be in this house, and that juxtaposition of happy for something new and then the horror that ensues. In the book, they were not happy to be
Yeah.
at the house. I'm sorry, not in the book. In the TV episode, they were actually really upset about having to move to
Mhm.
this new house. So it already kicked off in a way that I think kind of set the tone that was nice in the book, and they didn't carry it forward into the TV episode.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the episode. I didn't think it carried the same appeal in terms of the horror and
Hmm.
the connection between the characters. The relationship between the brother and sister wasn't as evident. And I don't know. I don't like it. And like you said, they went way too silly with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very silly. It was kind of wild seeing a young Catherine
Cat.
Isabel.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Who
Ginger snaps,
Ginger Snaps,
baby.
baby. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, is that? Can it be? It is.
I did the same thing as the first scene when she comes out of the car. I'm like, I know that voice.
Hmm.
And I was like, is that? And I'm staring. I paused my screen
Yeah.
and I'm like, is that who I think that is? I looked up the IMDb and I'm like, holy shit, it is.
Yep.
It's Ginger Snaps.
That is wild.
I was not mad at that. And actually, I wrote a note to myself that the only saving grace for this episode is that Catherine Isabella was in it.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. It was bad. It was there were moments of comedy though that I did find genuinely funny. Just didn't need this as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the quote that I texted to you? When I grow up, I want to be
Oh, I want to be
when-
a killer sponge.
just like you. Like,
Yeah, it wasn't memorable. It didn't carry what we liked in the book.
yeah,
And so for me, I was just like, I could do without it.
yeah.
I love that Catherine was in it, seeing a little baby Catherine, but
Hmm.
wasn't my thing.
Yeah, I mean, the episodes typically aren't as good, but I find that the more I like the book, the more disconnected I am from the episode, which is, I guess, makes sense.
Well, I guess if they didn't change the episode as much and
Mhm.
stayed a little bit more true to the book,
Yeah,
then it would be like for the ones where they deviate, but we didn't enjoy the book, it's like, all right, that's fine.
yeah.
But with this one, it's like, man, we really liked the book. So it just would have been nice if they kept it, especially the ending. I didn't
Hmm.
like that they changed the ending.
No, no. Yeah, and I don't even want to get into it. It's a whole lot of nonsense, but it wasn't as satisfying. This is one that, like, I don't say this often. This could have been two parts because there were a lot of scenes that were in the book that were omitted from the episode that could have helped build the
Yep.
tension and ease up on the silliness of it all.
Absolutely. I think that it would have been probably a little bit more solid if they didn't keep the ending the way they did. The fact that they changed it, it was just too silly. Like her keeping it in that fish tank or whatever, decorated and her sweet talking it, and now it's just like her bad luck pet for life. I'm like, it was better when she defeated the monster into a little poof.
Yeah,
Poof.
I missed the poof.
The poof. So that was for me like change the story if you need to for the TV episode. Do what you need to because, it's for 90s kids. It's
Yeah,
gonna be fun.
yeah,
But the ending, I feel like there was no purpose in changing it other than nothing obvious. Like, I don't see why they felt compelled to change it the way they did, other than they were just going for way over the top campy.
right, right. And that's what they gave us, so hopefully that's what they were aiming for. Otherwise, they're just bad at their jobs.
Yeah, dick faces. We liked the book. Why'd you do
Yeah,
that?
come on.
Now, what'd you think of the cover art?
So I think this one is interesting. I mean, it's very clearly Jacobus, even though I read that this is one of the few books where he did not sign it. And I don't know if that's because he wasn't happy with the way that it turned out or what, but he specifically mentioned this book cover whenever we were talking to him about how, you know, he did what he could with the notes he had. And I think he did pretty good. I will say for a vacant house, there sure is a lot of shit under the sink. And I thought that in the TV episode too.
I mean, that probably speaks to because I think in the book there was stuff under the sink too and boxes.
Yeah.
And so it's like that just speaks to the untimely demise of the previous owner,
Yeah.
probably. They're having to clear out that owner stuff,
Right.
which I like that
Yeah.
because your mind can go there. Like they didn't straight say it,
Hmm.
but you can make that connection. And even if it's not true, it just adds to the horror of it,
Yeah.
right? So
Yep.
I don't mind that.
Hmm.
I think that, like, it's a great cover for not having much to work with, not knowing what you're really going with. I think it's a great cover, and it's fun, it's spooky, it's got the color contrast that we're used to seeing from Jacobus,
Hmm.
and honestly, the only thing, and this is just me nitpicking the description, is that we know after reading the book, the Gruul has red eyes, little red eyes, and in the book, on the cover, it's got those green, big, almost like reptilian eyes.
Yeah, and that is what it looks like. It looks more like a like a Gia lizard or something living under the sink.
Yeah, I mean, if you gave me this and didn't give me a log line, I would assume that's some kind of dragon underneath the sink. I
Yeah.
mean, it's even got like the reptilian slit
Hmm.
for the iris, the pupils,
Yep.
and it's just got like the typical slant that you see of the eyes with dragon type creatures. So for me, it was like he kind of got a dragon under the sink, which, given what we know that Tim had to work with, makes sense. It still looks like a monster under the sink,
Hmm.
and honestly, it's Goosebumps green enough that it really doesn't matter that it's not the gruel that was described.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is that goosebump screen, and I love that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see where it falls whenever we do our bracket for book covers. But like, it's good. It's not one that I think of often. But then again, this book was never one that I thought of often, and boy, was I a fool.
I think that this one probably cover wise, and this is just me, I'm not an artist, would have been a stronger cover if it was not as wide.
Mm,
If
yeah,
it was a closer shot, a closer kind of composition of just the edges of the cabinet doors, and all you get is the shiny of underneath the sink and the cleaning supplies and the monster. I think it would have been maybe a little bit more of a spooky cover. Far
yeah,
away, it's just like I almost feel like the monster gets lost in the colors and the contrast, which Tim's strength is colors and highlights and contrast. But I feel like in this instance, it almost worked against him because it's so pretty
yeah.
everywhere else that the monster almost gets lost.
That's true.
Whereas I think if it had been like a closer shot, so you still have the contrast, the monster would pop more, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. I love the blues and the oranges of the exterior, but it does create a lot of blank space, and I think what you're saying is accurate.
Like if we did something like that as a cover.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh,
You still get the cabinet doors. Listeners, I'm sharing my screen with Gary and showing him what I'm visualizing because this is what we do.
mhm.
But I feel like if it was something like this, where this is more of the space is taken up, you still get the sink. So, like the pipes and stuff, we are looking underneath the sink.
Yeah.
And you still get the cabinet doors and the beautiful colors because he chose like the blues and the oranges, and we have
Hmm.
the hot spots of the lighting. It
Yeah.
would still be an amazingly strong cover, but would feel more monstrous versus this far away shot. It just I feel like the monster gets lost.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. And it does have the tagline, it's warm, it's breathing, and it doesn't do dishes.
That sounds like me.
I was
That's my
gonna say
bio line.
that.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't do laundry.
That's fair.
Overall though, love the book. Would
Hmm.
absolutely recommend it. It's a short read, so it's a fun one, and I do stand by this one. Read this one. It's a fun one.
Yeah, like this is great to the point where I almost wondered if RL was trying to create a new cryptid that like kids would then talk about in school and then it would become this legendary thing. If you guys do another cryptids episode, I'm going to come on and sell this thing like it's real.
Do it. I was gonna say you're speaking my love language now. Cryptids, baby.
Yeah.
You should come
Yeah.
sell it. I will play along.
It's real.
I
I've seen it.
will. Yeah, I'll play along and be like, oh my gosh, a killer sponge. Whoa. Have you heard about the lynx? We will play it off. We will sell it.
I'm down. I'm down.
I have faith. All right, Gary. What's our next book? Our next book. Oh my God, I just added a T to book. What is wrong with me? What is our next book?
Our next book will be book number 31, halfway through the Goosebumps Classics line.
Wow.
Night of the Living Dummy, Part 2.
We're already halfway through.
Halfway there.
Look at us. Go us. So Night of the Living Dummy 2, which was released May of 95, so we're still following the every month. Which I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. It's every month was a release. But I'm going to call it out every time anyways because I'm redundancy Ashley. And this one's a longer one, 120 pages, which it's like, come on, Ashley, that's only like 8 more pages than the previous. However, those 8 pages make a difference. So
this book could have used 8 more pages.
Yes, it could have. We would have loved at least 8 more pages for that book. So Night of the Living Dummy 2. Looking forward to it. I love the dummy books. Slappy is a fun friend of mine.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. Don't know if I've read the second one. Probably have, but time will tell.
Oh, time is on my side. Anyways, so thank you to everyone for tuning in to Listeners Beware. Are you looking for more spooky podcast content? Check out 3 Haunted Podcasts, where Ashley and friends talk about all the things that go bump in the night.
And if you feel like getting retro, you can find more from me at the Wax Nostalgic Network, available on YouTube and wherever videos and podcasts are available. Also, feel free to drop us a line via email at listenersbewarepodcast@gmail.com and follow our various social media channels by searching Listeners Beware.
So well done.
Thank you. It's almost like I was reading it.
Aw, you never.
I don't read.
I don't read either. And yet this whole podcast is audiobooks. We're doing audiobooks.
That's
just
it.
kidding. Until next time.
It's time to talk about the bumpy gooses.
The bumpy gooses. Oh, those poor geese. How do you suppose they got bumpy?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my goodness.
A little bumping goose.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bumping goose.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is the name Carlo.
I know, I keep calling him Carlos. That is not his name. Carlo. What?
It doesn't read well. Like, it doesn't roll off my brain tongue. I don't like that statement. It doesn't.
My brain tongue.
I'm
going to start using that. My brain tongue doesn't like that.
It's honestly crazy that it's taken 30 books for us to really go on a Marvel rant.
It was a long time coming.
It was. But from here on out, every episode.
There's going to be a Marvel association.
By book 35, we're not even talking about Goosebumps anymore.
Like, what was the book? I don't know, but let's talk about Magneto.
Yes.